Hi, good day to you, Virgo. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Today I'm introducing something new. These are Nordic runes. They have a history in other countries, and one of the countries is India. So this is part of our DNA as well, part of my DNA as well. So this is why I've included this in our readings now. So I've got my eyes closed and I'm just going to draw out 3 runes in this reading. So remember, general readings, the readings may or may not resonate with you. So take what resonates with you, leave what does not. And if any part of the reading's not resonating with you, then kindly look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. And with my runes, I'm also going to be using my tarot cards, so don't be confused or surprised. So we are seeing some new beginnings here for some of you, you know. The runes are showing that there is some improvement in some of your situations. You might be feeling a bit revitalized about things and wanting to move forward about certain things. So Virgo, this is for you. And if the reading's not resonating, look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. And those of you that are cross reading, thank you so much for that. So let's see, we've got Judgment, 5 of Cups, Strength that has come out. Sorry, I just want to plan myself just a little bit more here. Just see here, you've got the Lovers, Gemini energy, 7 of Pentacles. You have got the Hanged Man. You have got as well the Knight of Cups in reverse and Page of Pentacles. Just wanting to put my timer on as well so that I make sure my time is correct on this reading. So Virgo, interesting. So your runes that are coming up, like I said, we're looking at vitality in your life, improvement. Some of you could be in a state of wanting to have new creativity, but also going through something that's quite karmic in many ways. You're needing to be very decisive about where it is that you want to be, the decisions that you need to make, and being very real about these things, but also allowing your emotions to flow and having this renewal within your life. So there is this need for all of this to be happening. We see that in your recent past, some of you might be having the situation where there has been an opportunity to have a second chance, almost like a revival for some of you. But it's also a case of you needing to take a moment to realize yourself and having this self-evaluation. Also, maybe taking a moment to reflect on things that have happened and the effect that these things have had on your life. You're dealing with a lot of grief, a lot of disappointment. Some of you could be dealing with, of course, a lot of loss as well in your life, hence this energy of reflection, almost of awakening in some cases. We see you having this Leo energy here, and with everything that has been going on, you could be feeling very insecure about things right now, and your confidence might be feeling a little low, and you're not quite sure where you're at. It's like you had this determination in the previous readings, and things have been happening that you've had to face, and now you're here again realizing that you do need to have this revival within yourself. And as you're seeing this karmic change within your situations, we are seeing that some of you are also looking at maybe connecting to a higher self. Some of you could be having a deep attraction for someone else, hence this Lover's card also being there. But there's this deep attraction that you might be having. And with this attraction comes also almost like a spiritual awakening for some of you. Some of you are wanting to follow your intuition. Some of you are wanting to connect to a higher learning, an inner voice, an inner wisdom. We see this energy coming through here. But we also see that with this, if this is a love situation for some of you could be, like I said, in a situation with a Leo person that has sort of not worked out so well and left you feeling very unhappy. Some of you might be in a situation with a Gemini person where there is this deep attraction and you're wanting to make the situation work. But you're needing to also realize that, this is about a choice that you need to make with regards to wanting a romantic situation in your life and looking at your options that you have before you. Some of you might have a lot of options that you need to choose from, but some of you are also looking at how your relationships are growing. You're looking at the fact that you need to be very patient about things, that a lot of planning is required to make sure that things work out properly. You might, whether you have a Leo person or a Gemini person in your space, that is also okay. The cards have their own meanings, and we are talking about you making this choice in a commitment and needing to think very clearly about where you want to be. So we are seeing that you're going through this phase where there has to be a little bit of sacrifice from your side, and some of you could be feeling a little bit uncertain about things, but it's also because you may not have a full perspective of situations. You need to realize that there's a lot that you need to take into consideration when it comes to your love situation, and you need to allow yourself some level of flexibility. Some of you might be feeling as though you are dealing with somebody who's got a lot of tantrums, so you yourself could be feeling in a bit of a turmoil and wanting to just accept things for the way they are, and just try and create peace. But there is a little bit of disappointment in this love situation for some of you, and you are needing to really take a moment to pause here, because you could be a very ambitious person, you could be a very grounded person. Some of you are also very dependent or dependable in your situations, and it's like you can't seem to take no for an answer. It's like things have got to work out. So you're having this energy of perseverance as well in your situation. So even though you've had this wonderful opportunity to have a second chance in relationships that have not worked out, you do need to overcome yourself in many cases and allow yourself to persevere. So let's draw some more cards here and see what else does the tarot have to say for you. Page of Swords fell out here. So let's see, Page of Swords. So they're saying let's draw some more cards here for you, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what more is going on here in your situation. Oops. This is a whole batch that fell out, and let us pick this up from here. You've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Justice, Libra energy in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles again in reverse this time, Seven of Swords in reverse, you've got Three of Cups in reverse, and you've got the Seven of Wands upright. Wow, very intense energy here. So let me have a moment to have a look at these cards. Okay, Virgo. Some of you could be in a situation where there has been some sort of dishonesty in your situation. There could have been some lies or deceit or even gossiping in your situation, and you need to realize that communication is very important, and that you need to be very vigilant about what is going on around you. You cannot afford to drop the ball, so to say, in your situations. You need to be very careful about what has happened in your situations, Virgo. Some of you might also be in a situation where you might be feeling as though you are lacking motivation. There could be, you could be feeling as though you're stuck in some kind of a dead-end situation. You could also be feeling as though there's some kind of bad-mouthing going around. You could also be feeling as though you yourself is not able to produce things to the best of your ability. You might be feeling a little bit undermined. You could also be feeling a little bit lacking in terms of skill. Some of you might be feeling as though you've been undermined by a Libra person. Could be a breakdown in communication with this Libra person, and it could have been a lot of drama with this Libra person, Virgo. And funny enough, I'm so sure Virgo also came up in Libra's reading, so you should check out Libra's reading as well. So we see that you having these things that you have to face, these situations that you have to face, and you need to be very mindful of these situations that you are facing, because there's definitely some form of injustice that has happened here. There's some dishonesty, some unfairness at play in your life and in your situations. And you need to also look at yourself first, Virgo. Are you avoiding accountability? Or is there a situation where somebody's seeking retribution and blaming you for what has gone wrong in their situation? And maybe there's been this misinformation that has happened here, because it seems to be a very undermining situation in your recent past that has happened here. We see that you could be facing situations that there's been delays, there's been blocks in your path. Some of you could be feeling a little bit hesitant to allow your creative self to flow forward. Others might be feeling as though there's a lack of passion from their side when it comes to making things work for themselves. And this could be because of situations that have not worked out. It could be, you've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So you could be having a situation where you require healing to happen within yourself, within your situation. That you could be repressing a lot of your emotions instead of dealing with it. And you need to allow yourself to allow forgiveness to happen. Whatever could have happened in your recent past, in the situation where there was this injustice towards you, you need to allow healing to happen in order for you to move forward. You could be stuck in this bitterness, and you've got to be so mindful because of that. That could be what's holding you back. And you need to remember as well that you cannot allow yourself to behave in a foolish and immature manner, that you need to take responsibility for what has happened. And you need to also realize that you have this energy of working hard and making things work for you, but you are feeling very much as though you are procrastinating. Some of you might be feeling as though you have missed opportunities, you may have missed chances. Some of you may have taken a gamble on a situation that you have not won. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra person where the situation, the gamble that you took has not won, and situations have happened that have not worked out in your favor. So a lot of hurt energy is coming through in this reading, Virgo. A lot of hurt energy is coming through here. We are seeing that as you are moving forward, very much into a new energy here for yourself. You need to realize that you are still facing a lot of issues and you are still facing a lot of drama. There's definitely some sort of, on your side, some kind of something that has happened and that has made you feel as though you need to come clear, clean the slate, so to say. There has been some regret on your part. There could be a situation where there is secrets and a truth that needs to come out. there's something that needs to be revealed. And you know what, maybe you yourself or somebody else confessing to something, or some kind of confession that needs to come up here, because there has been this excessive scandal and drama that has happened. And you know what, because of all of this drama, instead of there being joy and community and involvement, you've been feeling very much as though you are isolated. You could be feeling as though your social self is in a state of imbalance because of all of this deceit and this dishonesty, and it's making you feel very wary about moving forward. But this is an important time to realize your creative energy and to realize that you need to set yourself free by maybe being honest and being upfront about things that you have been involved in. If you have been involved in anything that has not been for your betterment, it's best that you come through and speak the truth about it and not allow negative drama to continue. And you may be feeling and maybe having this energy of protectiveness, that you need to stand up for yourself, that you need to defend yourself. And it's very important that you know what, you do have opportunities and you do have the option here to defend your truth in the matter, and maybe clear your name in a situation where there has been distortion. So you need to look at this that's going on, that there has been a terrible miscommunication which has caused a lot of problems, a lot of dishonesty, a lot of isolation, or just way too much of drama has happened in your situation, that you need to bring some clarity to yourself. Okay, let's draw some more cards here. This is a very intense situation here for you, Virgo. So let's draw some more cards here. Okay. Let's draw some more cards. Okay, some more cards. Let's see, some more cards here for Virgo. Okay. Cards are not wanting to jump out. Let's pull them out. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Leo, strength energy. Here. Six of Cups. Eight of Wands. The Moon, Pisces energy here. Six of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. And Queen of Wands. So you could have been investing your time and energy in situations that have actually not been working out for you. You could have started a business as well that has not been working out, has not been very profitable for some of you. Some of you are also in a situation where you need to be quite honest that you are moving from being a workaholic to being non-productive. You are lacking initiative in certain situations, and some of you might also be taking risky gambles and being very irresponsible with certain situations. But you know, you need to be very mindful of yourself in this energy. Like I said earlier, you could have a Leo person in your space or not, but this is also about the energy that this card carries. So it's very much a case of you overcoming your fears in situations and realizing that, you know what, you don't have to feel intimidated by things and by people, that you need to allow yourself to have the courage and the confidence within yourself, especially with past situations and past relationships. Some of you are definitely dealing with something from the past that needs to be resolved, and you need to be very honest with yourself about the role that you played in this past situation, this kind of a past drama that has happened that has kept you feeling very conflicted. You know, and you might be dealing with something from the past that was very familiar to you, that felt very comfortable, and there was some kind of a comfort in this situation or this relationship. And you know, you need to make some peace with yourself and with your person or with your persons, whether it's a Leo person or not. It's just about you overcoming your own self and realizing that you might be also missing certain situations and missing certain people that you need to, you know, bridge the gap with them. You know, it's very important that we realize these truths for ourselves. And you know that if you can move forward, you can have the situation where there can be progress in your relationships, and there can be, instead of having this dull energy of not having the initiative, you can move into this energy of change and excitement. You can have this energy of change and excitement and not just dream about it. Some of you got to be so mindful with this Pisces energy. You could have a Pisces person in your space or not, but the cards have their own meaning. So you need to be so mindful of not getting caught up with illusion as well, and not feeling confused by situations. It's a lot of it is about the secrets that you're keeping. There's situations that have happened and you're keeping these secrets, and it's not doing you any good because it is causing you a little bit of confusion, and you need to be honest with yourself. Can you carry on like that? Some of you might be having a situation where you want to be acknowledged, you want to be praised, you want to get the reward and the acclamation of public opinion. Or some of you might have also wanted, commitment in a relationship, and you need to allow yourself to face yourself that there was a certain level of pride involved in your situation and in what you've done. So a lot of it is your ego that has dictated to you, and you've made some choices that some of you may now be regretting. So as you're moving forward, you can move towards this new future where you can have you can plant new seeds, and you can have the patience, and you can plan yourself again, and you can think about the future and the rewards that you want. What is it that you want to create from planting these new seeds? And you need to be very mindful of this energy that you have. You need to be also very mindful with yourself that you have this clarity of thought, and not being misguided with illusion, but rather having this clarity of thought. And this is only by facing the truth of your situations can you have this clarity, and you can move forward with this and know exactly what it is that you need to do. You'll have your focus, you'll have this energy. Some of you could be wanting to move forward, but you're so stuck because there's a situation that has kept you trapped and you can't move forward. So you need to also be mindful that in order for you to get your self-confidence and your passion back, and and have this vision of this charismatic energy, you need to be very mindful of certain things that you need to face. You need to come clear with the truth about certain dramas that have happened to give yourself freedom. So in my pastime, guys, I genuinely love to crochet. Got all kinds of hobbies, and so I made this little bag, and in this little bag I've created little initials. So we're going to see what initials come out here. It may or may not apply to you, may not apply to your person, but you know what, let's see what comes out here. Let's see what is your situations that you're facing. You got the letter I, you've got the letter C, so you may be having a situation with anybody with these letters. Q, X, A, H, U, M, and T. So I, C, Q, X, A, H, U, M, T. May or may not apply to your situations, and this is just something extra. So if it doesn't apply to your situations, doesn't mean the reading was for you. It does mean that the reading could have been for you, but this letters could be that extra something that somebody may have needed for validation. So face your fears, face the truth, and the truth shall set you free, Virgo. Take care until next time. Goodbye.